yeah, just to do some prone work, and I'm hopefully recording some of this, guys, so I might be able to send you some of it. So let's just start with our feet into parallel. Let's find our centre. So shoulders down, length through the crown of the head, and just have a gentle sway. Even this looks a lot easier than it is. So just make sure you're feeling safe, and just as you start to think, whoa, connect to core. Yeah, and then side to side. And again. My 19-year-old keeps sending me pictures of the ocean. He's away in Greece. And I don't want to see them, mate, until I get there. And then circle round. This might make you giggle, ladies. He's just sent me, he's just said, oh, I'm on the beach, I'm having some chips with his girlfriend. He's 19. I'm like, well, that's not very sophisticated, babe. Chips in Greece. He said, this little old lady from the mountains has made them with oregano. And he said, they're beautiful. So I was like, fair enough. And round. Well done. Okay, so what I want you to do, fire up that core, shoulders down, length through the crown of the head. We're going to start with just some short levers. So we're just going to gently, but really think. Sometimes we do a movement and we don't actually think about what we're doing. So really try and get the scapula together when you bring your arm backwards and feel the stretch through that pectoral wall. Often where you get tight, whether it's from your surgery or just general sitting hunched over a desk. And good. And the other way. Unfortunately, sometimes surgery can just nick some of the brachial nerve as well, so it can really feel very tight through there. And 2, and 1. If that felt nice and enough of a range of motion, continue doing that 8 again on the other side, or bring it into the full flexion and round. But again, a little bit slower. Try and get your arms sort of backwards so you feel in the opening of the chest. And 3, and 4. Let's do 4 more. For 4, for 3, for 2. Sun cream are ready, guys, in the next few days. And the other way. Ah, beautiful. And 2, and 3, and 4. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Good. Okay, we're going to stick with it like we normally do, but we're going to do a little bit of strength work, obviously to improve that balance, guys. So we're just going to take it one at a time. So if you feel a little bit unsteady with one at a time, 2 heels away might be too much. So we're just going to take it initially to just shoulder height. So try and think about that core and the pelvis really nice and neutral. Yeah, as we come up into that particular movement. And 4, and 3, and 2. If the calves are really beginning to just ache a little bit, just do your arm action. And up. Hang on, I need to do this again. Sorry, guys, I was so uncoordinated then. I'm not thinking, doesn't matter, just let your arms and your legs go. Someone once said to me many years ago when I started my training, it's exercise at the end of the day, don't get too hung up on it, just let the body feel the movement. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Well done, good. We're just going to take a couple of little roll downs just to get into the mobility of the spine. A little bit of softness in the knees, guys. Yeah, take the hips backwards, the chin to chest. Keep taking the hips backwards and let the weight come forwards. Just noticing how tight the back of the legs feel, letting the head totally hang. If you've got tight hamstrings or a little bit of discomfort in the back, make sure the knees are nice and soft. Yeah, just take a breath in, have a little bit of swaying action if you can. Forwards into the ball, back into the heel. Take a breath in and slowly reset wall behind you. And you are trying to get that spine restacked back up. Bring the shoulders back and down. Well done. Let's go again. So a little bit of softness in the knees. Don't hyperextend. Take the hips backwards, the chin to chest, the weight forward. Your arms become really heavy, like a rag doll. As we gently and just notice how we're getting a little bit further, but don't force it. Take a breath in. Exhale as we gently come up. And back and down. Well done. And then just move the hips side to side. So that clock face, 3 to 9 on a clock, 6 to 12 as we go forward and back. Yeah. Pelvic imprint if we're on the floor. Lordosis. So that posterior, anterior tilt. Yes, so posterior, anterior. And then do the circling action. And to the other way. Just to get everything moving. And relax. Okay. We're going to keep doing our arms, guys. We're just going to come into that lovely warrior pose. So nice soft knee. Always make sure you've got something to hold on to, guys. I appreciate balance can be an issue. So we're just going to hold on if you need. So if you need this to hold on to, just bring it in and out. So you're getting a nice stretch for the adductors and inner thighs that can get a little bit tight. But if you're okay with your arms and you don't need to hold, then just do this one. And 3. And 4, 4 more, 4, 3, 2. Continue with that one, or if you don't have any issues getting your arm overhead, take it into a side bend. Yeah, and 3, and 4, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then just come in and just see if you can just get a bit of endurance in the legs, a little bit of strength work. 3, 2, 1, take that hand and then just pull that arm backwards so you're feeling a stretch through the pectoral wall area. Take a breath in. Don't close your eyes, sorry. And gently back. Well done. To the other side. So again, if balance is an issue, guys, make sure you have got something. Think of it as more of an adductor inner thigh stretch. You just take it in. Again, watch that knee. So make sure the knee doesn't come over the toes. If you want to bring your arms in and you can and it feels good, then let's circle and get the movement patterns going to the brain. And for 4, and for 3, for 2, for 1, and over if you can. So I'm hoping I'm recording this on YouTube. It seems to be high if you're watching it later, guys. I'll just put, obviously, the breast cancer rehab, just for when I'm away, guys, if you want to do something. 2, and 1. Take them back in, bring them back to centre. Okay, brilliant. Let's just, again, keep with our arm action, but also bring a little bit of movement into the calf area, so strengthen it. So if it's a 4, we can stop ourselves. Okay then, so, draw the tummy in. We'll just take it into that, my favourite one, Morecambe and Wise. This one is the move that often people after surgery really struggle with, like fastening, unfastening bra straps. So it's just, you might not get the hand behind, start in front if not. And bring it up. And for 2. And for 3. I really hope it's helping, guys. I can honestly say, since I've been doing more rehab stuff with you in my early class, my shoulder area is feeling so much better. But it's a long, I know it's a long, oops, someone's coming. Hi Claire. And just up, and 4. Again, if the calves are kicking in and you're super tired today, then you can just do your arm action. And let's do another 8 if we can. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3. beauty doing calf work, you know that you've got a nice stretch coming on. And relax. Well done. Take that back leg again if you need to hold on. Sometimes if you've got a wall nearby, it's quite nice to put your hands onto a wall and you get that extra bit of leverage. So take that back heel away. Just forward, or hands onto the leg. Take it back and push the heel to the floor. Feeling that stretch. I know a lot of people with tamoxifen and anastrozole can get really quite heavy in the lower leg. So just feel that stretch. Really nice. Keep pushing down. Pushing down. And then take it into a split stance if you can. Chin to chest. Take the hips backwards and just slowly float yourself down towards the floor. Again, don't force it. It really should be a mild, like 3 on a stretch level, not an 8 to 9. You will exacerbate that feeling of neural, like through the sciatic nerve, if you stretch too much. And then just see if you can turn that foot in again. Does it change the stretch feel at all? Can you feel it down the side more? Back to centre and in and out. Or you can just, if it's too much, taking it down, guys, just in and out, getting some movement through the ankle joint. Okay, well done. Switch sides. So again, back heel away, push that back heel down into the floor. Feel that lovely stretch through the back of the leg. If you're really feeling this stretch, guys, you need to be doing calf stretches every day. Every day. There's nothing worse than feeling really heavy in the lower leg. And then gently into this position, chin to chest, just slowly anchor down. My left leg is different to the right, so I get that bit further on this one. It's not as tight. Yeah, but again, just feel wherever you feel that 3 to 4 and a 1 to 10. Bend the knees, slowly back up, straighten the leg, just take the foot in and out, in and out. And bend and come up. Okay, well done. Okie dokie, let's do a little bit more for our shoulders. So what I want you to do, take your arms out to that like front raise. And then just squeeze and back again. Squeeze and back. Squeeze. We'll do some of this on the floor later, where we're pushing into the elbows into that sort of cobra position or prep for swan. And 2 and 1. If we can, the next 6, see if you can squeeze, bring it into abduction. Back again, just go at your own pace, guys. Don't feel that you need to do. If this feels too much of a stretch, just go back to the retraction work. And trying to get them elbows back of the midline. And last one. And relax, well done. I'm facing this camera, guys, so if you watch it later on YouTube, I might look like I'm a bit boss-eyed, but hey ho. Okie dokie, so let's just go a little bit. We want to keep moving into strength and then into mobility. So we'll go into some balance works. I know you've all been doing really well on that. So just see if you can put that one foot in front of the other. If it's too much and you're new to this, whatever movement I'm doing now, if you feel too unstable, please bring it back into a parallel. So, one foot in front of the other, draw the tummy in, take it into that Cossack arms, try and slide the scapula down the back, shoulders away from your ears, and just gently circle. Not circle, rotate. It'd be amazing if you could circle. Oh, sorry, do that again, Sue, I just missed on it, went off really quick. Sue just sent me a message, guys. Sorry, the other direction as well. Let's see if I can see it again. Sometimes when people see a message and you're not actually looking at the screen, you miss it. Oh! Yeah, I need to mute the washing machine, or you do it. So, can you not hear, guys, properly? Someone's got the blooming lawnmower going. So we just said, need to mute the washing machine. Shut up! a little bit better, guys. Sorry. Oh, you're welcome. No worries. Thank you. Okay, take the shoulders down. And then just bring yourself to prayer position. Let's take one leg forward. Really try and connect through the shoulders. So try not to hike them up. Really down. And we're just going to take it into that flexion. Keep core. So you can put your hands on your hips. Down. Try not to move, if you can, through the hips too much. So nice, strong pelvis. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Take it to the side. Lift for 8, lift for 7, lift for 6. 15-year-olds left the telly on as well, Sue. I didn't hear it because of the lawnmower. And the hardest one, guys, to the back. Tip the tailbone a little bit when you do this one. Weight slightly forward, lift. This one obviously works more of the back muscles through the bottom and the hamstrings. For 3, for 4, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. Come back. We're going to keep that same side, guys. See if we can do another set. So keep the core engaged. And lift. And lower. And 2. It does seem nice and tranquil now, actually, so thanks for that. And again. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Back into abduction. Tighten through. Lift. So into them little side glutes. 2. 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Back again. Draw the tummy in. Tuck the tailbone a little bit. Arms forward on this one. Lift for 8. Lift for 7. Lift for 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. For 1. Well done. They're not easy then. Again, this one is really where you need. When you do the glute stretch stood up, you really could do with holding on to something. It's quite hard to just stand doing a glute stretch. So just hold that stretch. We've got 2 more on the other side. Good. And switch sides, okay? So again, push the weight. Try and spread your toes evenly so that you're really pushing down into the ground and into the ball of the foot and the heel, like the heel of the foot. And again, nice connection. Just notice, are you shifting a little bit one way or the other? Most people have got a leg slightly longer than the other. My right leg's shorter than my left. So again, and that's because I'm stronger on that one. So muscles that get really strong can get a little bit shortened as well. So it's important that we stretch. 3, 2, 1. Keep that core engaged. Lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To that hip extension. Draw it. So we want to try and work our muscles in every plane, yeah? Otherwise we just get really strong on one side and the antagonistic muscles become weak. And 1, back again. So again, lift for 8, for 7. So a lot of people do this action, whether it's walking, cycling, and they don't do enough extension work. And then back, and certainly don't do enough abduction. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am warm, Soother. And then tuck under and lift. Might have to go get my son to go get the little fan from his room. And again, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Well done. You might be wondering why actually the working leg sometimes doesn't hurt as much as the standing leg. And that's the beauty of balance work. You're strengthening the standing leg as much as the working leg. So usually the stronger you get, that standing leg becomes less of a problem. So we will stretch out both sides again. So just push down. Really important. I've got a lot of people that are doing a lot more bar work at the minute. And they're really feeling the benefit. They feel strong. The bum has gone back to where it's supposed to be, they said. But the problem is with when you're doing strength work, guys, you do need to make sure you're doing your stretches. I'm just going to plug this phone in just in case I don't think for a second it will run out, but I can never get the adapter in the right way. I'm such a Luddite. Okay. Alright guys, so just take that, we'll just carry on with that strength work, and then I want to do some nice mobilisation again through some nice neck and shoulder work. So just take yourself into that really lovely wide squat position and draw the core in, and you can, if you want, you can try and imagine that you've got, I'll show you with the weight. You don't have to use the weight, guys, this is just to show you. So if you can take it into more of a second position, so that's first position, and second position, just walk it out. You want to try and keep your chest elevated, draw the tummy in, and the bum still goes backwards towards the wall, and you lift up, and lift up. So even if you've not got your weight, it's quite a nice action. Try and get the shoulders. So if you had individual weights, you could do it. And just pull the shoulders back. So again, you're getting that nice stretch for the pectoral wall. My foot's sticking. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Just take it into a quick stretch through the hips. Push back into that lunge. Just take your arm down towards, and take your other arm upwards and back. Take a breath in. Last one. Keep the core engaged. If you can, come on up. Bring it back into that other side. And again, pushing, really pushing, but obviously watching the knee only tracks the ankle bone. And come on up. Guys, if I'm going too fast for you all, you know, I've got really broad shoulders. I'm quite happy with any feedback or anything you'd prefer me to cover. And gently up. Well done. Come back in. Okay, this is a movement I did it in my last class actually, and I did it on a course, a company called Z Health, which is an American-based company. They only do courses in Arizona or Copenhagen. I've been lucky enough to go to Copenhagen. And they work very much on the nervous system. These next two moves I really like, so hopefully you will. So I just want you to take your arm out to a flexion position. So just shoulder height, thumb up towards the ceiling. And I just want you to protract and retract. Protract and retract. Protract and retract. So keeping, we've got a lot of muscles that insert into the scapula, all the rotate cuff muscles, some of the traps as well, and rhomboids. So they can get really stuck. And take it out. Bring the thumb towards the floor. Go easy if that bothers you. If it becomes too nervy, then don't rotate quite as much. And 3, and 4, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and then take it into that delt stretch. Just take round. Do you know, Sue, I think I've just completely switched off to that lawnmower. And it feels so tranquil now. Pull in, so you're feeling the stretch through the upper shoulder area. Good. And the other way. So again, protract and retract. Protract. You can go slightly out at an angle if you prefer, if you want that more of a stretch through the pecs. So you want to keep and you'll notice what muscles do what. So when a muscle is lengthening, just in case you are interested in anatomy, as a muscle is lengthening, and it's the opposite muscle that's contracting. So here, can you see how the traps are lengthening? So you're working the pectoral wall, and the other way. Yeah, so if you want to strengthen the upper back, that's when we do that retraction work. And we start just contracting. And circle, bring it back. Circle, and again. So sometimes that's the problem when people are sat at computers. They're shortening all through here, where you're already a bit tight anyway. This becomes very lengthened, getting to that kyphosis, and it also becomes quite weak. So, yeah. Okay, the next one is just lovely. So we're just going to move side to side. Don't overthink things. Just move your arms side to side, and then pendulum one arm up and down. Up and down, as high as you can. Then, yeah. Go to the other side. Do this with a leg actually as well, pendulum the leg. In fact, we'll do it, I'll show you it. And then, I just want you to imagine, I think we've done this one before, I love this, a little bit of softness in the knees, sideways figure of 8, so take your arm out to a slight diagonal, and then just look at your finger, and you are turning figure 8 on its side. Does that make sense? I mean, you can do it to the front if you want, but it's a little bit easier to do it to the side and not having to go into full flexion. Round. And all we're doing is moving through the shoulder joint, and then the other way. Our movement patterns live in our joints, and our brain's going, do you know what? That shoulder's really mobile. I'm not going to give it any pain. And again, and relax. And the other side, so again, just sideways figure. You can take it as slow as you want. Sometimes it's nice to do things slow and then do it nice and quick, because we don't move at one pace, do we? And then circle the other way. Always a bit more difficult to go one way, I always think. 2 and 1. Well done. Good. Okay, let's do a little bit of pendulum. If you need something to hold on to, grab hold of it. Okie dokie, I'm just going to come off of here for a sec, guys. I'm sticking to the floor. I'm biased, but he's lovely. And just gently. It does make me giggle though, whenever he does a job for you. Just washed up for your mum. Always lets me let it be known. And just pendulum. And then to the side. So you can think about this as being a bit of a core workout as well, as we take it in and out, working through the obliques. Obviously, you may need to hold on to this one. Not easy. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Can you grab it at the back and come into that position? If this is too difficult to do, then obviously you can do it on the floor, but we don't want to get down yet. If it's too difficult, then just take hold of a chair and just take it into a hip flexor stretch like this. Yeah, that back leg does need to be very long though. And just hold it. Or you can, I've got a couple of people that struggle with that move. So they just hold on to it like that and pull up. Yeah. And the opposite, it's like hamstrings that are much tighter. And then the other side, so again, just a little bit of pendulum. Just again, you can hold the core in. And then into that oblique. So, forward. Whoops. Without that happening. 2. Got to do it standing out now. 3. 4. So you're using the tummy muscles as well in this one. And 2 more. And relax. And again into either quadricep stretch, where you're pulling the leg, so you're stretching out. You tuck the tailbone under and you feel the stretch in the thigh. Yeah. Or you can take it more into a lunge position, a high lunge, which if you're used to yoga, they do a lot of things like this, turning, which is really nice, but they're not easy to balance if you're not used to balance work. And just feel the stretch. And release. Well done. Okay, it's 25, so let me just check, guys, that I've not missed anything that I wanted to do with you stood up. No, I haven't. The only thing that I wanted to just probably show you is double U stretch again. So double U stretch, I think last week we were chatting about this when we stayed on at the end, a couple of us, and we were talking about cording and things. And if you, against the wall, my studio is not great. There's too many windows, so there's no real wall to show you. But imagine now that my hands are on the wall and my back, and then you just gently start taking it up. You can do it without the wall, and back down again. And again, crawling up. It's a really good stretch. But obviously, you might not get very far initially, certainly initially after surgery. And another good one is to put the forearm like this, guys. I don't know if you can see me, one forearm, and move away. So just feeling that stretch. Yeah, back and away. And back and away. Back. So for me, because I do quite a lot of push-ups in my HIIT classes and a lot of plank type thing, I get really tight through here. So that double U stretch gets into there. So, yeah. Okay, brilliant. So I think what we'll do is get down onto the floor, and I'm going to keep away from cat to cow, but I'm going to show you it for those people. I know a lot of people don't have lymphedema, and 4-point kneeling work is absolutely brilliant for osteoporosis. But there is an indication. So Serena, I know you're on Hunt Suite, I know your wrist is a bit bad anyway, so don't do this next one. So if you know that you don't have lymphedema, and you really are worried about developing osteoporosis and you want to strengthen the bones, 4-point kneeling is brilliant. Yeah? So, yeah, I'm not going to do it on here on the video, but I'll show you briefly. 4-point kneeling work is all this kind of work, lifting, bird box, these kind of things. Really good, lots of books around on them. But what I am going to show you is cat to cow, because cat to cow is amazing for mobilising the spine. So I'm just going to show you, if you want to do it, then you can, by all means with me. So you go into cow pose first, you stick the butt up in the air. I can't tell you how many times people have been doing this over the last 5 months. So take a breath in. And you then start rounding, keeping the head where it is, rounding the back all the way up, letting the chin be the last thing to drop, and the other way. And again. Such a gorgeous move. Try not to push into the heels of the hand, have a little bit of cupping. Make sure that the weight's not coming too far over. You can then do a nice kind of movement pattern where you push up, stretching through the lat dorsi muscles. That's really nice too. Or a rolling cat. You take the hips in one direction, you round, you take the hips in the other, you dip. You round, you dip. Other side. I can sometimes do that for ages, guys. Really important that we mobilise through. So, I don't want to do too many just in case it's a bit exclusive to some people. What I will do is get you to sit down now, just for a sec. I hope you can all see me right. And I don't think that camera's as good as the other one. Hi, guys. So we're talking to a phone, you know. So I just want you this is for my lovely Serena. Any problems with the wrist, want to mobilise a little bit. So I just want you to literally bring all your fingers to your thumbs. To your thumbs, yeah. To each individual thumb. And then just get used to circling. I know it sounds a bit weird, but again, keeping everything moving. In and out. And again. Angela, sorry honey if you're not on the floor, sway. You can do this obviously sat in a chair. Yeah? And then bring the palms together. Your ring finger, bring your ring finger in, your next finger, other finger, and then the back of the hands come together. So if you just do that first, just to get the movement, and then take it nice and slow. So finger in, back and around, in. Such a nice move. And then just press and in and circle through the wrist joint. And again, often get really neglected the wrist. And circle and circle. And you can do exactly the same with your elbow. So grab the bicep, the bicep. Make a small fist, bring it in and circle round. So all we're doing is creating movement patterns to the brain that have maybe not been used for a while, so the brain becomes a little bit foggy. And 2 and 1. And the other way. And round. And round. And 2 and 1. Okay, brilliant. Right, guys, what I thought we would do today, the ones that I'm more bothered about really showing you, the YouTube video runs out at about 52 minutes, so I'm going to show you some prone stuff and I'm going to show you some tabletop abdominal work. Clam is clam and single leg I think we might have done last week anyway. They're a little bit easier to find and yeah. So, what I think we'll do first is go onto our back. So if you just want to watch for a sec. So when I think we probably did this last week as well. You want to have length through the front of the collarbones. Little chin nod, so your neck is nice and long. You can always do a few little lovely circles through the neck, guys. So nice. It's less, I think we did these last week, it's less intense than when you're doing it stood up. So once you've got that little chin nod, length through the crown of the head, make sure you're not seeing the back of the room. And again, put your hands on your hips. Give yourself, imagine like I keep talking about, your favourite tickle. The elixir of life, water. Cup of tea if you're from the north. Sorry people from the south. A cup of coffee, glass of champagne, whatever it is, just get used to pouring it into the belly button, pouring it into the mat, and then finding that neutral spine. Yeah? Ribcage down, core connected. And then we're just going to gently float. I'll float the left leg up so you can see. Yeah. And then you can come into imprint to bring the other leg up, but try and come back to neutral if you can. If double leg is too much, and you'll know as soon as you start taking the leg out, you might be arching or you might be pulling on your back. If it is, get used to being in neutral spine and doing one leg at a time. Yeah? There's nothing wrong with doing one leg at a time and getting used to that pelvis being completely still. If you come into double leg too quick, what can happen is this kind of thing where we're rocking back and forth. So, I want us all to do it together. If you want to do single leg, by all means do. If you want to come into tabletop and try it, we will do. So, little chin to chest. Length, draw the core in, rib cage down, navel towards the spine, little gap underneath the lumbar spine, rib cage closed. Bring the right leg up to tabletop and the left leg. Keep drawing the core in, arms down. And gently exhale out, inhale centre. Every time you bring the leg back in, just try and connect to core that little bit more. So bring in, and imagine that I forgot what it's called, that old-fashioned called the buzz game. Remember, you used to have to get it round, the magnetic, and then it would buzz if you touched it. Imagine now that you've got that tiny gap underneath your lumbar spine, and every time you keep bringing the leg back in, try not to squash in. Yeah? Or you get an electric shock. And again, it's hard, really hard to do it perfectly. So don't feel like you have to bring it in to double leg straight away. You can go into single leg, do 8 on one side, 8 on the other. Yeah? And then just relax. I just want to show you a few things, guys. So just whenever you've done any abdominal work, you want to stretch the back out. So you can either cross your ankles, just bring the knees into chest, and you should feel your 2 sit bones and dimples in your lower back. There's a lot of muscles around there. The sacroiliac joint gets a bit inflamed, and it's really lovely just to hold, just to hang here a little bit. From this position, I sometimes step the legs down and take it straight into butterfly stretch, because single leg often gets into the creases of the hips a little bit. And that's just nice just to lie there, take a breath in. Last one. And then bring the knees back to the centre. Take your arms out to capital T, or a little bit below. Always imagine running water from shoulder to elbow to wrist. And again, in this one, I'm going to show you something a bit more for the core. So when we keep the feet down, it becomes very much a spinal stretch. Beautiful when you tie it around here. It's really good stretch. But I'm going to take it into a bit more core work, guys. So shove the ribcage down. Technical term. Bring the right leg up to tabletop and the left. Try and do it in neutral spine. If you feel better doing it in imprint, fair enough, but just be careful. There's a lot of nerves around the lower back. So we're going to try and do it into neutral. We're going to glue the legs together. Arms out to capital T. We're going to inhale as we take the legs over. Exhale, drawing the tummy in even more, bringing the knees back to centre. Inhale over. Exhale, centre. And again. The head always goes in the opposite direction, trying to keep the shoulders down. And again, inhale over. Exhale, centre. Again. Last 2. So the core is engaged in this one. Last one. And gently down to the floor. If you do more of a stretch, keep the feet down, take the knees to the right, the head to the left. Place your right hand on the abdomen and really let the belly, imagine you just had that big Sunday dinner, and you let the belly fill up the hand. Exhale, let the belly come away. Inhale, let the belly rise. Exhale, release. And again. Last one, inhale, let the belly fill the hand. Exhale, draw the core and use the abdominal muscles to bring yourself back to centre. Take the legs in the other direction. Inhale, let the belly come up. This is a stretch. Exhale, draw the tummy in. That's where the tummy normally would be if we're doing abdominal work, but we're not. Inhale, let the belly rise. to centre. Okay, lower back problems sometimes stem from tight glutes. Even though we've not really done any glute work today, apart from a little bit of squats, we're going to just do a nice gluteal stretch. So, let me show you on camera, so at least I'm hoping it's still going. Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is piriformis stretch. Piriformis, yeah, sciatic nerve lives underneath it. Bring it into tabletop. Push across the midline. If you feel tight when you do this stretch, guys, start doing it a lot. Lift up if you can to bring that heel in towards the top of the thigh. Pushing onto the outside of that knee. And if you are feeling a stretch in your bottom, that is what we call the piriformis. It's one of the external rotators. And it affects lower back, it affects the sciatic nerve area, it affects the hips. It's a pesky little muscle. Then take that hand now out to the side, opposite hand, bring it across. I had a lady on Monday, who had major problems with sciatica and piriformis. And I was showing these, and yeah, the lower back was messed up really. So just make sure that you are doing this stretch if you're feeling it tight. And just gently back, just give your knee a little bit of a squeeze. And the other side. So I used to do it in every class. People forget it. The amount of times people ring me and ask me about this stretch. So whichever leg you've got in tabletop, it's the same hand that you push. So the visualization is inner knee to opposite shoulders. You push it in. If some people feel enough doing that, I always have to grab the outside and just push in. The only potential problem with this is sometimes if people haven't got great knees, it can feel a bit uncomfortable on the knees. So just go easy. This side's not bad for me at all. And then lay that hand back down, and then the opposite hand then comes into that sacroiliac area. And it just shows you earlier when I did this, I was very tight. I've done it a couple of times today. It feels much better. Inhale, just let the belly rise. Exhale, release. And again. Last one. And then back to centre. I think, guys, what I'm going to do is get you over, because I think you'll need to see the prone stuff more than you will. And we'll finish. I'll just show you, just in case the video runs out later. We'll do these ones at the end. So you just scissor, and then like angel arms. But I think you'll remember that one on the video. The next one you might not. So hopefully the video won't last out. So just move away a sec, just so you can get me in. Okay, so I want you to lie on your front, and when you're in your front, we're just going to start really easy to start with. So, not really easy, that sounds awful, but from the beginner level, this might very well be enough. So take your hands into a capital W. Have a little bit of a chin nod, so you've got a nice long neck. Push the pubic bone into the mat and draw that navel in towards the spine. Imagine that you've got running water underneath your tummy. And we're just pushing into the mat or the wood. And we are just literally lifting, extending the back. You shouldn't be feeling it in the lumbar spine. And lower back down. And again, push the pubic bone, draw the tummy in, lift up. That is correct position. Some people like to come all the way up into cobra, but go easy with that one. So there's that one. The that position, chest lift, and then do a diamond rotation, and then gently down, and again. So it's not, I went a bit high before, and lower. So you're trying to stretch out through the front. Switch hands, so the left hand is on the floor, the right hand is on my forehead. Slide the shoulder blade down, draw the tummy in. Keep the bottom hand down, and raise, and lower. Diamond rotation, so you lift, and lower. One more. A lot of people find this really difficult after surgery, guys. If you found that easy enough, you can try and lift both together. Back down. Other side. Slide scapula down, lift, and lower. And it's to work the upper back muscles. Give yourself a windscreen wipe. Just because it can get a little bit, shouldn't do, but it can get a bit into the lumbar spine. And just gently. And another nice prone one to strengthen the back is take the hands into the imaginary seams of your trousers. Push the pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, slide the scapula, well, slide your shoulders down, around and down. Yeah, and again, roll that imaginary marble away and just lift. See if you can hold, 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 and relax. Let everything flop. Start again. Push the pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, slide the scapula back and down, little chin nod, just lift. Come down a bit if you feel it in your lumbar spine. Hold. And release.